Ashley, on the couch.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
So,
Thanks for having me.
health and fitness has been a bit of a roller coaster in your life. You told me it was like something you got introduced to in like school and stuff like that, of like a PT. And I know since I've known you, a lot of your health and fitness and the direction you've been wanting to take it is all about, making yourself feel good, look a certain way. But we know it's been a bit of a roller coaster. Is that a fair way to describe it?
That's a perfect way of putting it, yeah.
So
a massive roller coaster.
Why a roller coaster? Why has your health and fitness been a bit of a roller coaster? Because I know a lot of people will relate to that, ups and downs of it, for many different reasons, I'm sure we're going to touch on. So why would you say yours is like a bit of a roller coaster?
So I've struggled with things like mental health, and like motivation. Obviously, we all have busy work lives. That's a big excuse that people use.
Yeah.
But I kind of lose my passion sometimes.
So what's the main things that bring you to managing health and fitness? The main reasons you come back. What's the ups? The roller coaster's got ups and downs. What's the ups?
It's seeing the results, enjoying it. The mental health side, it's really good. I benefit a lot from like spending time away from obviously work, putting in headphones. Like it just gets your stresses out.
Yeah. So do you use it as a bit of an outlet then?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
In what way then? In what way does that help you?
Get those endorphins.
Yeah. Do you feel like you get overwhelmed with like work and everything?
Yeah, it's a bit of me time, isn't it? You can put your headphones in, lift some weights, like take your kind of life stresses out on it.
So if it has
you feel good afterwards.
So if it has those good kind of responses from you, why are there downs? Why are there periods where like you're not there?
I kind of get fixated on the gym, and running used to be a passion of mine. And you get to a point where it doesn't excite me anymore.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to get to the point where I say, "Oh, I don't want to go to the gym." I don't enjoy it, but I'm going to go anyway. I don't want it to be a chore.
Yeah.
I want to be excited to go in there.
Okay. So how would you describe it right now? Are you in an excited phase of the health?
It's good. Yeah, it's good. I'm back with the
back training.
Back training. Back committed to it.
Yeah, and you recently obviously had like the dip from it, and then stress.
I've just come back from a few months, let's say, a good few months. So I had a year of kind of bad luck, should we say?
Yeah. So how does that feel then in those periods where like because I can imagine like you're in those moments when you're like kind of you're in your downs and you don't want to be, again, it's like a chore of your health and fitness. Is there a bit of you that's like knocking at the door, like wanting to do it?
100%. Yeah, like your mind knows that it's good for you, but you physically, the depression or whatever the mental health crisis might be, you physically can't get off the sofa. Physically can't like get out the door. Everyone says getting out the door is the hardest step.
Yeah.
So once you get into that comfort zone of staying at home, it's hard to get back into it.
How would you describe that to someone who can't understand that?
So one really good example that I've kind of heard someone say, so copyrighted, is you are physically able to touch a hot stove if you want to. Like you have the motor ability, the cognitive ability to touch a hot stove if you want to. But when you come to it, you physically can, because obviously your mind knows that it's going to hurt you and it's going to burn you. That's exactly the same as kind of how I feel. Like I know I physically can walk out the door and go to the gym, but your mind just goes like, no.
Yeah.
You're not getting off the sofa. You're not like.
Yeah, because there will be a lot of people that's just like, well, why can't you just go? Why can't you just go?
Yeah, or just lazy, just go, just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a tough thing to kind of wrap your head around. So what are your ways that you kind of like help yourself with that? Because if you know you want to do it and you know you want to like get out and go to the gym, make yourself feel good, look after yourself, is there anything that you do to kind of like, right, how can I tackle this?
The main reason why I came back to team, TGBT,
yes,
the accountability. So I know that in my next session, you're going to say, when did you come in this week before my session? Or when are you in next? I don't want the shame of saying to you, I only saw you this week and didn't come in again.
Mm.
So it's a little bit like to make you proud. That sounds really cheesy.
But I mean...
But it's that accountability of, if I'm not going to hold myself accountable, because I haven't for the last few months, then I need an excuse to go, like, come on, let's do it. Let's make ourselves proud. Let's have something to shout about and say, yeah, I went in 3 times this week.
And you achieved it.
Yeah.
Does that make you feel good?
Yeah, of course.
And you
Yeah.
can tell someone that.
Yeah.
So someone then could speak to a friend and be like, right, I want the next time I see you, I'm going to tell you that I've been to the gym twice. It doesn't always have to be a trainer. Do you share your health and fitness to your friends at all?
Not really.
No?
No, that's probably another reason why I'm not in that kind of community, that culture.
Yeah.
I don't have any other friends that go running, that go to the gym. I have like family elsewhere that do it, but...
So being around the more like-minded people then is definitely a helpful thing.
Yeah.
So that could be like something you could work on. You know that.
Yeah.
I'm going to coach you.
Call me out, yeah.
But I mean, you are though. You actually are. I'd give you the benefit of the doubt. You engage with my group and stuff like that, and you talk to them, and you will be coming on some of our runs and activities, and then that'll help you.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, that'll be a good thing. It'll be interesting to see how that actually has an effect on you as well, because obviously I know we've had this relationship within your training, and you obviously like to say it to me, but I like to see kind of like when you kind of make some friends that are into it as well, that's not a coach, how that actually really, really helps you. So how else do you try and hold yourself accountable? Is there anything else you've kind of figured out?
Accountable, no, but mainly like I have goals that, I want to be at this weight, or I want to look this way by this date.
Yeah.
So for me, it's always like a festival, an event, like, I go to like Manchester Gay Pride every year. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to be fat for that. Like, because the standard of beauty is ridiculous. And I like to wear not much clothes.
Okay, so you're setting yourself goals and stuff like that.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I aim for.
Does that excite you when you set those goals?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, is that enough to keep you going?
It is, but sometimes you have to remind yourself of like why you're doing it, but also not to be a superficial. It's not just about the way you look; it's about how you feel. And
because I know for you, it always has been the main thing you've come to me has been
good naked.
To look good naked. I'm not against that. I think if people want to look good naked, look good naked. Like I think I'm a big preacher in that. If you want to feel good in your skin, 100%, because I know how much that does for someone's confidence, whether it's just you on your work, but yourself, or with a partner, or clothes, or your friends and family. I know it's a big thing for people. But when you detach it from just the superficial looks and stuff like that, what else is there as a motivation for you? What else do you think about when it's not just looks?
Just the mental health side again. Like,
I
know that if without it, you can get into a pretty scary place.
Yeah.
So it helps you kind of think, okay, I don't want to slip back into that, and this is an outlet that's helping me. So why not carry it on?
Mm. And so is that scary place that hand on the stove kind of thing? Like, I want to do it, but I just can't do it.
Scary place like being really unhappy.
Okay.
Like deeply unhappy.
With the way you are.
Just in life, not just body image, but like personal circumstances.
Yeah.
That that life throws you sometimes. And so when life gets hard, that's when you kind of have to go, okay, what strategies or methods do I know that I can use and lean on in times like that?
And obviously you've just come to health and fitness, coming out of a bit of a rut right now. But are you feeling better?
I'm feeling 100% better. Yeah.
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 And what other things have you been doing for yourself outside of just health and fitness?
What have I done?
What have you done? You volunteered at the race the other day?
I did. That's health and fitness.
Yeah,
I like volunteering. I volunteer a lot. I really put my kind of heart and my passion into my job.
Yeah.
In education and working with young people, so I kind of put a lot of effort into that.
Okay, so with your health and fitness over the years, then, what kind of things have you seen progress in that have made you feel good?
Good question.
Because I know it's been ups and downs.
Yeah, there has been some ups and downs. So what are my best bits?
Yeah. What are the bits that keep you coming back? Because you know it does something for you.
Again, it sounds like I'm being paid to say this, but my best results I've ever had was when I was with you. And I always think back to the transformation photos of what I looked like and kind of the progress that I made. So I know it's possible. I have probably been dieting for about 10 years. I'm a yo-yo dieter. I'm always kind of gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight. So I know I can get there. I always say to you, like, I know what to do. I know the techniques, like in the gym. I just need to do it.
Yeah.
So again, that's why I kind of come to you for accountability to make sure I am doing it. Because
why do you think you keep gaining the weight once you've lost it? Why do you think the habits slip back in? The bad habits slip back in.
I don't sustain it. I get to a happy place of, I've never had abs. Well, maybe the top two. But I get to a happy place. Okay, I'm this weight now. I'm this number. I can stop working so hard in the gym. I can stop being so restrictive.
Yeah.
And, so I first started gaining weight when I was 18. That's when I first got bigger. I was always kind of skinny growing up. And then, kind of as alcohol became a thing in my life when I was 18, going out partying and clubbing and stuff. Drinking alcohol made me gain weight.
So, gaining the weight and losing the weight. So what are the things that creep back in then? That make you gain the weight?
Being coached right now. For me, it's always been food. So again, I know what I'm doing in the gym. I'm fairly kind of confident there, and I enjoy it. But for me, it's kind of food's always been a bit of a crutch for happiness.
Yeah.
Like you get the endorphins when you eat the chocolate, don't you? And you get doesn't last long, but it gives you that peak of happiness, whatever the chemical is.
Do you not dopamine rush from it? Do you not think then? Obviously, is there a bit of you that's like, all right, I've lost this weight, feeling good. I know the habits that have got me there. But then you're then thinking...
That's the step that I...
That's the step
that's the light bulb moment that needs to come in my own way. Like, it just needs to, realisation that needs to happen.
I've said this to you many times, it's, frustrating.
I know,
I'm patient, but, I know... I am patient as hell.
Yeah.
But, I know your potential with it, because there's bits where it's you've lost a ton of weight. You've got hella fucking strong. You know, your mood and performance and just outlook on everything is so positive. And then when I see you take your foot off the gas,
it's annoying because it's annoying.
And you drop back into old habits.
For God's sake, yeah.
And it's Ashley, what are you doing?
Yeah, I know.
So
but that's you externally looking at me. But imagine internally, with that paralysis again with the hot stove, it's even more frustrating for me. That knowing that I can do it, knowing that I know how to do it, but not having that oomph.
Do you frustrate yourself with that?
Hell of a lot, all the time. I'm like, for God's sake. Or you just sit and watch Netflix, not sponsored, with a bag of crisps or biscuits or whatever, and they're just gone. And it's a share packet, and you're like, what the hell? Do you know what I mean?
Who is this? What have I just done?
Yeah, it almost happens on autopilot, and then autopilot comes off, and then you see the packet, and you're like, hey, what the hell? Yeah.
Yeah, because I can imagine it's just I can imagine it creeps back into...
It's mindlessness. It's not mindfulness. It's just mindlessly...
So you said you get to a point where with your weight in your body where you feel happy, right? Because this is the upwards yo into the downwards yo. So you get to a point where you feel happy and content. And so at that point then are you thinking, okay, I'll relax a little bit, which is fine.
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Which then maybe goes too far?
Because again, I've been on this, when I'm at my low, when I'm at my heaviest, I've always got a number in my head of what I want to be. So when I'm there, it's an exhale of, I did it.
You got there.
Yeah. So to think, okay, I'm at my best, but the hill is still going to go upwards because you should go carry that on. It's demotivating.
Mm.
You know me with motivation in the gym, right?
Yeah.
I can do loads of reps, but as soon as you go, give me 3 more, all motivation goes. I'm like, I could have given you 5 just then, but...
When I've set you something. So why the number then? Why do you reckon a number?
Don't know. Again, I hyperfixate on... I think because I've had an unhealthy kind of mindset around my body for a long time, to the point where I used to weigh myself multiple times a day, especially after number 2. You're always lighter, or always in the morning, never before food, like never after food. Sorry, and I know, like when I was at my best, I knew what I weighed, regardless of water, muscle.
Yeah.
I knew what that number said when
Yeah.
I was at my best, so now I'm always kind of chasing that number again.
Okay. And when you say your best,
well,
what do you mean your
not
best?
yeah.
No, what do you mean your best?
Not Tom Gilbert on a stage best.
No,
but
what
for
do
me,
you mean your best?
Um,
Tom Gilbert on a stage felt like fucking shit. Felt like fucking shit, and that
With
was
no
like,
stiffing,
that was
yeah.
one of my worst. Like more likes on Instagram,
That's
yeah,
what
cool.
I mean, yeah.
But it's fucking dick didn't work.
But you're not happy.
No libido.
Yeah.
It's cold all the time. Miserable as hell.
Yeah.
Like I was shredded. I was like 6% body fat. Would not recommend it to anyone. It's a horrible experience to be that lean. It's horrible. But so, what do you mean your best though?
For me, it's just being that number, but being skinny, looking good naked.
Okay, so you relating
Well-
that number to how you felt and looked at that point.
Yeah.
So it's
So
more.
I'm not mentally happy unless I'm that number.
So it's all, but it's because you're relating that number to how you looked and felt.
Yeah.
It's more so that how you looked and felt. So if you could achieve how you felt and looked, maybe mainly how you felt
Yeah.
without that number, would that be enough for you to be content?
Yeah. I
That you
think
could feel your best.
But I've never had that. But
Away
yeah,
from
I would
numbers.
love to feel. But even when I was at that number,
Yeah.
I didn't think of myself as being at my best.
Because it's like, okay, dream physique,
Yeah.
but you weigh exactly the same as you are now. Or dream number.
Or
Or dream number.
yeah. Is there no middle? Can I have
No.
that? Can I have that?
No, dream, like how you want to look, feel and act, dream or dream number. Like what's more, what do you want more?
Oh my god, that's pretty difficult.
Because you could just forget about the number. And you could just be like, I know I look amazing. I feel amazing to myself. People compliment me. You know, you feel content in yourself. You feel happy, you feel
That's the thing,
energized.
it's all external verification, like validation. Like I want to get past that point and be happy on the inside with who I am.
Okay, so yeah,
But-
happy on the
but-
inside. But no one's going around asking you how much you weigh.
No, I said this to you before, like off camera. Like, if I was my perfect body, but I was a size 2XL, I would want a KMS. Like,
Yeah.
I would not be satisfied with that.
Spencer's a 2XL.
That's.
But I mean, like,
I just know I would be like unhappy with that. I wouldn't be satisfied. So
Like
part
what?
of me thinks the number is closer to being in a medium or being in a small.
okay. But you could be more muscly
I know.
and
It's crazy. Yeah, it's
and
not it's
leaner.
not logical at all. Yeah,
and be an XL.
it's just my relationship with weight is
It is interesting.
warped. Yeah.
It is interesting. But what do you think it would have to take for you to kind of gradually work on that? And what do you reckon would be a pretty easy question is, what do you reckon would be the easiest thing to work on first? Like you know, the relationship with weight, or stepping more to your own confidence with your body image and stuff like that. What do you kind of see as like a step forward in like a more sustainable direction? What do you think about?
I think both of those come into mind. But again, personally, the step that I've kind of taken is not weighing myself and not looking at the number. Like I said, I used to weigh myself multiple times a day,
Yeah.
and I get fixated on that number. So I don't know what I weigh right now,
Good.
and I would dread to think what I weigh right now. But I do a workout and I'd gain weight but lose fat, and I'd be unhappy with that. because the number's gone up, and that's counterproductive to getting that number.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, oh, I need to.
I think it's good you're not weighing yourself. I mean, I've taken scales off clients before that are in the same situation.
I bought ridiculous like scientific scales that cost like £100.
Yeah.
From like a sponsored Instagram post that do like muscle mass, and they do like water index, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Water weight and things. To tap my body fat index, which is an.
Are you buying different scales and these fancier scales because you're hoping it shows you a nicer number? In your eyes,
it was more to be specific, so I can get that percentage of body fat, so I know that if I have gained weight, it would tell me that I've gained water.
Okay, and did that help?
No,
didn't, did it?
No, I don't use scales anymore, so I go off of kind of photos. I go things like off clothes. So if I know if a certain belt or pair of trousers don't fit that did fit a few months ago.
Yeah, I think that's better because you could have like 10 scales in front of you, and you could stand on each one of them, and it weighs you differently. You weigh exactly the same. They just how they're calibrated is different.
It's your relationship with gravity.
Exactly.
Like, it's nothing.
And
to do with anything.
And how good those scales are.
Yeah.
And how sensitive those scales are it makes no difference. I could take my scales from upstairs, put it on this carpet, or put it in the wooden floor in the kitchen.
I was going to say that I used to move it around the house because I'm lighter in the kitchen than I am in the bathroom. It's crazy, isn't it? But like, if I'm lighter in the kitchen, then I'm going to take the kitchen result. Then
I think it's
so
good.
Unhealthy.
Yeah, I think it's good you've come away from the scales though, and I definitely think sustain it. The only reason they're
still there. I'm going to creep them back in, but
health.
Yeah, because we know we're going to kind of.
I think the only time people ever need to understand a weight is if they want to be a bit more accurate with like calorie tracking.
Yeah.
Because like if you understand your height, weight, age, and activity level, you can go online and you can figure out like a calorie amount to give you some goals. You don't need all those stats. It just gives you maybe more of an accurate one. But you can work out calories without that anyway, which is what we're going to gradually bring in. So you don't need the scales. I think the easiest. I think just you get rid of the scales. I think I'll just come take them off you, because if that's you stepping away from it.
Yeah, they've got this grip of control on me that I need to like.
Good.
Yeah, that I need to like.
No, sorry, not good. Let go.
Yeah.
Good. Not good. No, not good. Not good. It's like it's a.
So that's me regaining a bit of control by going.
X you need to move on from.
Yeah.
A
toxic X.
We don't go backwards.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good thing, and I mean I can stand on the scales and have no emotion to what the number says, because I know the number is not what I look like and it's not what I feel, it's not how I perform. I purely track that as if I know weight's going up.
So you do weigh yourself?
Like very rarely. Like if I'm, why do I even weigh myself?
Got you
do I have a poor relationship with weight? I don't have a poor relationship with weight. Why do I weigh myself? I think I mean, I'm trying to gain weight at the moment, so I do that, and think I maybe associate gaining weight with I'm getting stronger and developing muscle mass. So if I make sure that I'm gaining weight, I know that I'm going to be developing muscle mass, developing stronger. That's probably my answer. I just use it as a point of measurement. Scales, how my clothes fit, how I look, how I feel, photos, measurements if I really want to. So like, I've got like 6 gym performance, recovery. I've got all these things, and
but we only look at one.
No, I mean for me personally.
No, I mean like the world in general.
Yeah.
Just mainly looks at one when you could look at like 7 things.
Yeah, because like I say to people, let's just say we have 5. Let's say you have scales, how you look, how you feel, clothes, and measurements.
Photos or
measurements, photos, whatever. So let's say scales here, but all of these are going in the right direction. You're losing weight, but the scales isn't moving.
Yeah.
And if you look at these 4, the majority is saying you're losing weight, Ashley.
Yeah.
You're losing all body fat, whatever it is, whatever you want to describe it. But you have the one that then negates all of these. So I think that's why I track my progress in so many different ways. And I'll go through periods where I'll maybe use weight more, to scale more, or I just completely neglect it. And like, as long as I know I'm eating a certain amount, I know I'll gain weight. I know if my gym performance is going up, I'm gaining weight. Or if I know how clothes are fitting or how I'm looking, I'm gaining weight. So, but I think it's good to kind of detach from the scales, because the scales isn't a representation of you. You want to chase.
It's not. Yeah, it's had too much of a hold on me for a long time. But at the same time, I also think that okay, if you gain £2, you can rein it in
Mm-hmm.
and lose £2 the next week
Mm-hmm.
to kind of keep on track. Whereas if you're not weighing yourself, that £2 becomes £4, and you end up back in this rut.
Yes, 100%. So it's like that's where you know you've got to be doing the things that help you manage your weight. So if you know you're consuming X amount of calories and you're staying within a range for a consistent period of time, you know that weight's not going to go up. If you know you're continuing to be active, managing sleep well, manage stresses, you do those things, you don't need to look at the scales, because that should be enough evidence for you to know that, like, I'm going to lose weight. It's just a matter of time. So I think if we can get you
being patient,
if you can get yourself into a better position with that and look at those kind of measurements or tracking your progress that way, be like, right, if I can tick the box with my food, tick with weekly food, weekly training, sleep, stress management, you'd be laughing.
It's that finger. That's
Sleep and stress management. Yeah. Food's going to be the main thing with like weight. You know,
I'm a rubbish sleeper.
You know that, but probably better relationship with food and better training and more activity in your life should make sleep better. And then if sleep's better, stress management's better, training and recovery's better, and nutrition's better. So they do all help one another. So I think we just keep scales out. I think we keep scales out. I know we should keep scales out.
It's a scary thought, but yeah.
Ditch them. Should we do like a ceremonial sacrifice? Yeah. Should we take them outside and like smash them? That'd be very therapeutic.
That would be very therapeutic.
Let's bin them.
But I'd also cry because they're expensive.
Yeah, but what is?
Now they're just sat in my bathroom doing nothing.
Sell them.
Gathering dust.
Sell them. Sell them to someone. Sell them to someone in the group chat. So,
no, I'm not.
How do you feel about that? Not using the scales.
It's scary, but I think it's positive.
Do you think the period that you've not been weighing yourself, you've had less dips about an actual scale weight?
Yeah.
There you go. That should be enough evidence for you.
Yeah, like you said, I'd feel accomplished getting on the scales, thinking, oh, I know I'm going to see a lower number this time, and it's not. So without weighing myself, I get to keep that accomplishment of my PBs and how I've had a good week at work and have a good week in the gym. And so, yeah, it doesn't get taken away from the number.
Yeah, because what would happen if, like, you were looking in the mirror and you hadn't been weighing yourself for ages? Let's say you leave the scales in the cupboards. A few months down the line, you're looking good in the mirror, you're feeling good in your clothes, you're feeling confident, and then you stood on the scales and it was a kilo heavier than your quote-unquote best. But you've previously just been so happy with the way you've looked and everything like that. Would that scales ruin it?
Yeah.
Well then,
yeah, I'd give up.
Then it can't come back in.
Yeah,
it can't come back in. If
I'm like all that hard work and I'm further away, I don't know, you know. What,
yeah, but you could in the mirror be the absolute best.
And that's happened to me like more than once.
I
felt happy, got on the scales and gone, what is the actual point of me doing all this work, tracking the calories, going to the gym, and I'm further away from that number than what I was, even though physically, mentally, I'm in a better place, like health-wise, and I've given up.
What do you think about
like,
more
than once?
How do you feel saying that out loud?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Why? Why is it crazy?
Because it's not true. Like, it's just mad.
What's not true?
Yeah, it's just mad.
Why? Why is it mad? Why is it mad? Why are you crazy? Why is it crazy you're thinking that way?
I don't even know. Like, it's just unfathomable. Like, how can you think that is the same? Like, being healthy and feeling healthy and having the results, but not linking it to the number. Like, they're not the same.
No.
But I think, again, because I knew when I was skinny, I weighed that much.
Yeah.
And I'm always going to chase that, oh, I want to get back to how I was. But really, it should have been a feling that I was chasing and not the number.
Yeah, it would definitely be more sustainable.
Yeah, it's crazy that I was like...
Yeah, you don't need the number. I think the only time, apart from maybe working out food, like a fighter would make a weight. You're not
Yeah.
planning to do any fights soon. Any fights
No.
coming up?
Is that a challenge?
That's how it goes. But like, I think
No,
I think you just go for the food. And I think anyone else who's like dealing with that obsession with the scales, it just has to go, because it, as you've just said, it makes you blind to. Would you be fair? It makes you blind to like what you've been doing.
Yeah, 100%.
Would you, if you could tell your old version of yourself to ditch the scales, would you? Or is it difficult with the obsession?
It's really like, did it help me? Like, yes, it helped me to some point.
Yeah.
So I used to do lots of like different diets,
Mhm.
and I used to get weighed weekly, but it becomes unhealthy. So I don't know if I can say brand names of diets.
You can talk about whatever. You can say
So-
whatever you want.
Yeah, I used to do Slimming World,
Yeah.
and weigh-in is at 7 p.m. So I wouldn't eat or drink all day to be light,
Yeah.
which is obviously not healthy.
What do you think? How do you think back to yourself doing that?
But it worked. I lost loads of weight.
Yeah.
But it's
On
not
only
again,
on that day though.
Again, it's not sustainable. You can't keep not eating for one day a week.
Yeah. How long ago was that?
6 years ago.
Yeah. Would you ever see yourself doing that again?
No.
You lying?
I was thinking, I'm like, desperation, but no.
Yeah.
If I got to a point, like I used to be a lot heavier. I know I've like still got a long way to go, but I used to be a lot heavier. So if I ever got to my highest, I would do anything.
Yeah.
Because I hated that person. I hated that mentality. I hated the way I looked. I hated the way I felt. I hated the way like other people look at you and treat you differently.
Were they? Or was that just how you thought about it?
No, yeah, definitely, all the time.
So you thought, were people actually treating you differently, or were you thinking other people were looking at you and thinking about you differently? Were you projecting your thoughts?
In my single life,
Yeah.
obviously before my long-term relationship, you. That sounds really shallow, but people wouldn't give you the time of day. You'd just be blocked.
Yeah.
For not looking a certain way.
So you
Which
noticed the difference.
Yeah.
Okay. So there was a little bit of it then.
Yeah.
Because like I get a lot of people that I've worked with over the years, and in terms of the weight, in terms of obviously creating that sustainability within the weight and their relationship with their health and fitness and their body, they'll think just getting there, like you said, just getting to that number is enough.
Yeah.
When what actually has to happen, everything else needs to be unpacked. Everything. You pretty much have to like.
And that's work that people don't do.
You pretty much have to change who you are, in a sense. You have to change your outlook around food, exercise, your discipline to do things, your mindset around these things, your relationship with these things, that all have to be
There's
unpacked.
no leaf that can be left unturned. Like, you have to literally look at every aspect of your life.
To create that sustainability. You can't be... It's, it's like... let's say someone who's got an addiction to something, alcoholics or whatever. You have to completely change your environment.
Yeah.
Change your relationship with those things. Get rid of any kind of triggers, rather than just like... Because what you're doing... And you've said this.
That was my issue. Like, you can give up drink, you can give up drugs, you can't give up food.
Yeah.
You can give up certain foods.
Yeah. But what you would do, you would do whatever's necessary to get there, to tick the box, and then you'd be like, okay, go back now. Which is where everyone else falls at the hurdles when it comes to sustainability. It's okay. So when you think about that, what do you think is realistic for you to, how do you reckon you could change that kind of mindset for yourself? Like, all right, I get there, and then it's like, okay, go back to what I was doing before.
I have a little celebration in my head of like, I did it, and then...
Which is fine, you're allowed to celebrate milestones.
So I need to stop thinking of an end goal and just make it who I am as a person and my lifestyle, rather than once I get there I'll be happy. Because the goalpost always moves.
Yeah, 100%.
You get there and you're like, okay, I'm still not happy. Okay, I want this car. You get this car, okay, now I want this job. Like, there's always something else that's not in reach.
Yeah.
So I need to stop thinking of my goal being the perfect body and just say, okay, this is my lifestyle now. This is who I am. I'm someone that goes to the gym and make it part of your personality a little bit.
It's got to be your identity. It's got to be something you value. I think I said this to you the other day. Like the people who achieve the most that I've worked with and make it sustainable is they really like put their values in line with their goals. It's their values and identity.
Yeah.
Like you said, the goals are not always changing, but the goals link to their identity. So it's like, I am someone who goes to the gym. I am someone who puts my health and fitness first. I am someone who continues to develop. There's no like end to it.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen me completely change things all over my own health and fitness. There's no like end goal. I did the bodybuilding thing, stepped on stage, did the jiu-jitsu stuff, just did the run half marathon. But it's like continual thing.
And that's what I like about your approach as a fitness professional, is different ways to move your body, and that you're living that as well in your own life.
Do you think you could change your identity around it?
I used to have that as a big part of my identity.
Yeah.
Like I'd say sentences like, I'm a runner. Like,
yeah,
that's who I am. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Took a look at yourself in the mirror. You are a runner.
Well, the first person that called me a runner, like blew my mind.
You are a runner though.
But I was like street running,
and
like running past some like dog walkers or something, and someone shouted like runner ahead or like runner coming, and I was like, they just identified me as like a runner, like an athlete. Do you know what I mean? Like, but for me, I was just running.
Yeah.
But they made it kind of like part of my identity, and that's I got stuck to that for a while, but I fall off and forget my goals.
No, it is tough. It is tough, like to continually to have a drive for something. But that's why it's nice to kind of switch things up. Like you could run for a period.
Yeah.
You can weightlift for a period. You go back to running. You could try some form of classes. But like having like health and fitness and aspect.
You know what I've tried. You know I've tried different fitness classes.
But having an aspect of health and fitness and continuing to look after yourself as a whole.
Yeah.
Should be
it's always been a part of my life. I just need to make it like.
Because I think if we can lock down the whole identity side of it, that's gonna be the thing. Because I've had people that have completely changed themselves, their body, but like if I remember speaking back to them when I first met them, it's a different person. It's like, who are you? Like Rebecca, who I had on, she does a marathon running that I got. She was like 100 kilos. Not that weight matters, but like she dropped 40 kilos. And like you got to think with dropping that much weight and how much that takes in terms of effort, that's a different person.
That's interesting though. You said a number.
Yeah, I think because it's so drastic. I think if it was just
I think that's why I'm obsessed, because everyone's like, oh, I need to be.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess maybe I don't. I think for
unconsciously, I'm just picking you up.
No.
Like,
it is obviously
me on
part,
the number, but
part
it's part
of the culture,
of
isn't
culture.
It is. Okay, not that the number means
like
anything.
People go, okay, I'm going to bulk until I'm 90 kg or whatever, and then you go, okay, I'm going to stop now. I'm going to cut.
Yeah.
People do have that number as kind of a motivation.
Yeah. Yeah, you are right.
I can call you out.
That's fine. Call me out. But I think someone who makes such a considerable change, like noticeable in their physique, in their action, in what they do, in what they talk about, in their mindset, everything like that, I think that can show that's like a real change in identity. And I think those are the big things that kind of have to come from these things if you do want the sustainability with it all. It's got like, no, I can't do that at the moment because I'm in this phase of my life. It's like learning when to say yes to things, when to say no to things, and being sure of yourself because you know who you are.
I think something stuck that you said to me like years ago. We go way back to Coombe Dean days.
We do go way back.
Coombe Dean, when you were like 18-year-old, working there as a manager. You said something to me like. I'm not going to quote me now. Don't quote me on this. Something like, you obviously don't want it enough.
Yeah.
Like, you're not prioritising it enough, so you can't want it that bad.
Yeah.
Because if you wanted it that badly, you'd do anything to do it.
But you shows you've got that though, because there are periods where like you do want something bad enough and you do it. Maybe you don't do it in the healthiest, sustainable way, but you've got that ability to flick the switch. It's just knowing what direction to flick it, and when you do flick the switch, what to actually do. Because if I said right, we'll go back to weight. If you need to be X amount of weight at 7 p.m. this evening, your flick the switch is the unhealthy way is like, all right, I'm going to starve myself, and this isn't, and obviously it'll be, but that's just from your knowledge of how to do it and how to work around it. So it's like,
I'm better at quick fixes,
it's more so like are you putting a uni assignment in at the last minute kind of thing, but we need to think, right, how can you flick that switch on, and your instinct is not to go to, I need to starve myself. It's, right, I need to lose weight. Okay, when I flip the switch, I need to make better choices with the food. I can have these treats. I can enjoy it. I can go to the gym. I don't need to run and burn 1,000 calories. I can go and enjoy and lift weights. And you can have that nice gradual process of it all. And then that switch stays on.
Yeah. But I also have a mentality of, like, I physically can go and reach for that, like, chocolate bar if I want to.
Yeah.
Like, I have the power to do that. Again, the paralysis of touching the hot stove. Like, I do have that control. But is it going to help me towards my goal? Like, so sometimes when you have these impulses of, I want to eat this, or I don't want to go to the gym, it's like, okay, is that going to be productive to my goal?
Do you
Always
kind of
keeping that in mind?
Do you kind of think do you feel that everything has to be in line with the goal? Or do you allow yourself, when you have like maybe one thing that's off plan, does that derail you? Does everything have to be 100% or 0%? Or are you at a point where you can allow
I had
yourself?
times where I was like that. But now I'm getting into a healthier mindset of everything in moderation.
Yeah.
Like, I love fruit and veg. It doesn't look like I do, but I genuinely, do.
So it is balancing the scale.
Balancing it out.
It's what you want to do the majority of the time. So it's like,
being restrictive doesn't work for me.
no, it doesn't work for anyone. It literally doesn't work for anyone.
It's something I think it does. Like, they can generally not think about sweet things, but
Well, who wants to be friends with those kind of people? Though? That's boring. But like, you can allow it. It's understanding. Okay, I don't need the full packet of biscuits. I can allow myself 2 or 3.
Yeah, I can have 3 and then pass them on.
Yeah, or you can just save 2 or 3 for tomorrow. It's like, one bad thing's obviously not going to kill you, but it's also understanding. Okay, but if I keep this bad thing, well, not bad thing, but this thing that's stopping me from getting where I want to be with the goal, it's like, right, maybe I do need to just have some level of control there. I can get away with eating more biscuits than you. I burn more calories,
yeah.
so that's the thing. So my balance in that, because I'm very active, I can eat a lot of food, I can enjoy a lot of sweet things. Cool. Okay, so if you want that, right, be more active then.
I could no way eat the amount of food that you do.
No, but we're at different ends. We're not different ends of the spectrum. We're on the same journey with it all.
Looking at us, you'd think I eat way more than what you do. But obviously, you post your food and stuff, and pre-workout food or
Just
post-workout foods, and I'm like, I could never eat
continuous level of activity, more muscle mass, and the majority of my food is just, I think about it. I think about my food. I think about protein in, what I'm consuming, and I just try not to be like an idiot with it. Yeah. I just try to be conscious of what I'm doing. I'd say that's the main thing. I don't do anything magic. It's just like, I just try and be self-aware.
Just a bit more mindful, yeah.
Yeah, and I think...
Just a healthier choice as well then.
And it's just like going out for dinner. Like, people will be like, oh, I need to order everything. That restaurant's not going anywhere. Most of them. If you go to like a big chain, that restaurant's not going anywhere. You go to Wagamama's. I went to Wagamama's yesterday actually with my sister. But it's like, you don't need to order everything. You might go there again next month. You can try that next time. That's how you can have balance. But then it's also understanding, okay, I go out, and if I do have a load to eat, or I do have a load to drink, that's not the end of the world. One bad meal is not going to kill you, ruin your progress.
Okay, so if you have I'm not saying there's a good food and bad food, but if you were to have a takeaway, would you then rein it in the next day?
No.
Like,
just carry on
just be more mindful.
I just carry on as normal.
Like, I was a bit overindulgent yesterday.
So I better
rein it in today.
I went out for lunch yesterday with Penny. I had Wagamama's. I had a main and 2 sides. That's quite a normal thing for me, but that's probably about... They had some new stuff. There's some real good new stuff on the menu at the moment.
On the food, what do you have?
Yeah, I can't even... I had this like duck noodle bowl or something like that, and then chili squid's always on the menu. And what else did I have? What did she order? Oh, they had these new like rice salmon things. They're trying to make their own sushi, but it's not as good as sushi, but it's still really nice. Anyway, so but that's like what I probably had was like over 2,000 calories. So some people might be like,
Really?
oh, I need to rein that in. For what it was, yeah, it was like the duck thing was really high in calories. But that doesn't bother me because I know that if that one thing is not going to ruin my progress and make me fat, because I know the majority of the time I am eating within my calorific goals and
I'm
what
sat here
I need.
thinking, like, I would go to Waggons and be like, wow, I'm making a healthier choice because this isn't McDonald's or KFC or like.
Yeah. It's just, but that's why you don't look at it
Like
as good.
duck and salmon and like squid aren't
That's high
that
calories.
bad, like that bad
How is
compared to
that
other
chili
things
squid's
I
like
could have had.
800 calories. But I don't. But again, I'm not trying to say.
Comparing to what I could have had.
I
a
to be honest,
greasy
you could
Chinese
have a
or
double
Indian,
you
do
could have
you
a
know what I
double
mean?
cheeseburger for like 450 calories from McDonald's. 500 calories. So that's like less calories than the wagon on the side.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm thinking about it all weird. Like,
So it's like I don't look at it as good or bad foods. It's just food to me, and I know that I have the ability to control my food. I have the knowledge to manage my weight however I want. I have the discipline to do it as well. So because I know that, and the clients that I've spoke to about it, when they get to that stage, that's when they're like truly free with food and activity because they know they can do it. They're confident in their abilities and they know they can switch on and like be disciplined with it. So when I do go out for a meal like that, I don't feel I need to rein it in the next day. I can just get back to the normal way of living and routine because the majority of the time I am doing what's needed.
that's so healthy.
But I it does take a bit to get there. I'm not saying that's like an easy thing to get there straight away. But I think that
But you're there.
I mean, I put it on my story yesterday, like, if you can get to that point where you have the knowledge to manage your weight, you know what you need to do in terms of calories and food portion.
Tick.
Yeah. You know how to do that.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm going to tick it off as you say it.
Okay. Having the confidence. So the confidence comes from you've done it
Yeah,
before.
that was half up.
You've done it before. You've done it before.
That one's not fully out yet.
You've done it before. And then
I've done it before, so I know I can do it again.
the discipline.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
was not
you
up
know,
at all.
you can tell. You know, the discipline is a big one because, like, I could have the knowledge to do it. Yeah, I could have the confidence to do it, but I haven't got discipline to do it. It's not going to happen. It may happen for a few days. So, like, I think the discipline will just naturally come
Again,
from.
that's why I kind of have the accountability because I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't have the self-motivation or self-discipline. Because you can let yourself off. You can go, oh yeah, I'll just won't go today.
Yeah.
And no one's going to tell you off. Like, you don't have a parent. You're grown up now.
You are a
like,
grown-up.
no one's going to say anything if you don't go.
But
with a PT, again.
I mean, that's why I've hired
You will
coaches
say-
over the years. So I had that period where I was working. I had an online coach for over a year, like online personal
Not
trainer for like, huh?
You don't know.
Not anymore. No. So I was in a period where when was this? Like 3 years ago now.
What's it?
3 years ago, I'd
God,
say.
doesn't seem that
It was
long ago, yeah.
2021. Had Jake, and I was so in business that I forgot I was just neglecting my health and fitness. So I used him for a year to get me to where I needed to be with accountability.
Yeah.
Didn't need him.
Again, you've got the knowledge and you've got the...
Knowledge and confidence was
confidence,
there.
yeah.
I just no
The
discipline,
discipline
so I
was not
used him for accountability. And then it got to a point next week, and then that momentum's kept going. And I lost that momentum. I mean, I lost it through lockdown, and then straight out of lockdown, I just got so focused with business that I was like, all right, well, I need to fucking bring this health and fitness back in. So
That's when I came back, was it lockdown?
yeah, accountability is a big thing, and that helped me just get the discipline back with it all. And then it's just identity, it's lifestyle. I am someone who always meal preps on a Sunday. I am someone who goes to the gym. I am someone who manages my food. And then the rest is it's just something I do.
Do you never have,
It's just something.
like, a week off? Or, like, it's Sunday, I'm not going to meal prep. Like,
No, because if I don't meal prep and I go to work, I haven't got any food. If I haven't got any food, I'm fucking hungry. If I'm hungry, I'm miserable and I can't coach my clients. I'm starving.
okay, it's that...
So it's like,
yeah.
so I think about the repercussions if I don't do it. If I don't train, okay, the main thing that motivates me to train and keeps me training is I have to lead by example.
I was going to ask that, like,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm interviewing you now.
You ask away.
Welcome to my podcast.
You ask away. The Ashley Show.
Do you feel pressure to lead by example?
100%.
Like, you're a PT, so you have to...
I feel I have to hold myself to a standard. 100%, because There is okay.
I mean, no one would hire
Let me
a
be a
fat
bit
PT, would they?
let me
Like,
be a bit vulnerable to you then.
safe space.
There's a bit of me, right, and I'm much better at it now. But when I used to like go out, I don't drink anymore or anything like that. But when I go out, I used to go out town drinking stuff like that.
Go hard.
I wouldn't want to be seen by clients or stuff like that. I would accept it if I saw them, but there would be a bit of me that would be like, oh shit, I need to be holding myself to a standard.
Yeah.
But then when I
need
was
to be in the gym right now.
no, not that I'd be in the gym, but I'm out here getting smashed, and then I'll be like, oh god, there's someone that I know. I can't be doing that. I'm Tom the PT.
Yeah.
But then when I'd have the conversation, it was only that initial thought. I'd have a conversation and see someone, they'd be absolutely fine. But that is something that's in my head still. It's like I have to hold myself to a standard. But I much prefer holding myself to a standard because it helps me.
You mentioned that with Sam actually. Like,
yeah.
What is professionalism? Like, you can make up your own standard of professionalism. Like,
Yeah.
You can drink and still be a good PT.
100%. But for me, I like to hold myself to a standard because it like shows what you can do, and if I do put that pressure on myself, it makes me better. So there is a positive side to it. I don't see it. I can't see a negative side to it. It doesn't affect me negatively mentally or physically, so I'm happy with that. It doesn't affect anyone else negatively, physically or mentally. So I like to have that pressure and standard on myself because the people that I work with see that stuff like that is achievable. It can be done.
Yeah.
So like I like to be like, yeah, no, I am.
You practice what you preach. And,
yeah, because if I was saying, mate, come on, you got to manage and track your food, like if you want to do your weight, but I'm not doing it myself, I'd feel like a hypocrite. I'd feel like a fraud.
Yeah.
You know.
But they've got a goal to lose weight where you don't. Like.
But the principles are the same.
Put a fork in you, you're done. Like you're.
Yeah. The principles are like, you know, of managing the things and staying on top of your health fitness. We've got different goals.
Yeah, 100%.
But the principles of turning up, ticking the boxes, I feel like I have got to put that pressure on myself to do it, because I feel like it just shows to you guys it's like, all right, it can be done, you know. I got to get there and achieve it at the end of the day. Is that a good thing? I don't know. I think that's just
I was gonna say, yeah, it's a little bit of.
I think it's just it again. I don't see like a negative side of it. I feel it's absolutely. It has more of a positive, because of it impacts my life and then the lives of the people around me. So I don't see no issue with it. I think it's a good thing.
Remove tinted glasses. Look after mental health.
Yeah, no, it's got to be. It's got to be. So
you can't always be at 100%.
No, I don't think I'm ever 100%. I don't remember last time in terms of 100% on it. I feel like I'm a comfortable 80% all the time. Okay. I feel like it's sustainable that way.
Yeah.
78%. Maybe it fluctuates. Maybe sometimes it goes closer, sometimes it goes lower. I feel like it's just I'm a comfortable 70-80%, and it's constantly climbing.
So your 80% sounds like my 100%.
Rather than trying to like
like I'd have to work really hard to get your 80%.
Yeah, but you know, again, I'm at a different stage in the journey. You know, I'm over here. We're both moving this way, but like I'm just a little bit further ahead than you with what I'm doing. I've got more knowledge.
Started a lot earlier in your
more knowledge and confidence. I've got more self-belief in it. I've got more discipline around it. But you're here. You're level 2. I'm level 5.
I'm at the start line.
Yeah? No, you're not. You're miles past that. You've done it before. Like you said, you've got like a good amount of knowledge.
I'm starting again. I do feel like I'm starting again with.
But I think this is the maturest version of you that I've seen.
Really?
Start it. And it does make me hopeful. Because I think this is the version of you that could click it. And you're more open to talk about these things. Because you used to shy away from a lot of these things.
This wouldn't be a thing, yeah.
It used to be like...
Sitting on a podcast talking about mental health and body image, no. Wouldn't have happened.
But I think this... You know, everyone has a turning point. You know, I posted a thing this morning. Rebecca saw a photo of herself. And that was the turning point. And that was the turning point. Everyone's got a turning point. Whether it's a photo, whether you catch yourself in the mirror, whether you're going up the stairs and you realise how unfit you are, whether you have... Some people it takes...
Do you want to see my photo?
I've seen a lot of your photos when you put them up there.
The photo that did it for me.
Oh,
the photo.
The photo. Yeah, for some people, it's like some people they have to have a heart attack for a turning point. And I know you've had a bit of a rough period recently, but that could have been that could be the turning point you look at and be like,
oh, I hit rock bottom,
and it's like
I'm not scared to say it anymore. Like I was at rock bottom, so you get to a point where you go, this can't be it.
Yeah.
Like, if I want something better for myself, no one's going to give it to you. You're going to have to put the work in. But it gets... Yeah, you get to a point where you think, okay, I'm either going to admit defeat and be this unhappy, depressed person, or actually you dig your heels in and go, no, this is, like, not as good as life's going to get. Because I was unhappy. Like, you know the person, I won't say it out loud, because, yeah, it was dark. But you'd have to go, no, like, I want more out of life than this.
Rather than burying your head in the sand.
Yeah.
Because that's where you were before.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
Not in the fact that I was in denial, like,
Yeah.
hiding in the sand, but mentally not having the strength to do what it takes.
Yes.
Sometimes with, like, depression or, like, clinical depression, whatever it is, getting out of bed is the hardest struggle. Let alone even contemplating going to a gym full of people that look like they do. I still find that hard. Still.
Yeah. But you're much better at it.
I always think that people are going to be looking at me in the gym. You're like, mate, no one's looking at you.
But you know that now.
I wish they would look at me because I'm amazing. No, I'm joking.
Yeah. Well, why?
No,
why?
I'm joking.
Why not?
Yeah.
But that could be an identity thing. Yeah, it might feel a bit of an ego, but it's like it's how you
I'm like,
spin it.
I want his arms. I want to look like him.
It's how you spin it. Like, people are looking at me
He's lifting heavier than
because
me.
I'm so fucking strong. People are looking at me
No,
because
it's the facial expression, isn't it? Like, people like judge or like give you the eye. Like
because they find you attractive.
with a disgust.
Why
on
can't
their
you
face.
spin it that way? Because that changes your identity. That's like little things. That girl's looking at me, or that guy's looking at me because, and one person will go because they think I look weird, or someone will because they think I look hot. You know, but you don't
It's
know.
never the latter.
You don't
Never
know,
the latter.
but you don't know. Yeah, you could literally fabricate your own thoughts in your head. Yes, one of them might make you a bit egotistical, but it makes you happier.
Narcissist.
But it makes you not a
Delusional.
narcissist. As long as you don't going out there and be like, everyone loves me and everyone
Loves me,
finds
I'm
me
amazing.
attractive. But like, at least it's more of a positive thing rather than being there like, oh, they're looking at me because I'm pulling faces like I shit my pants.
Which I probably am on some, yeah.
But everyone in the gyms is that. So may as well just choose the positive one. It's not harming anyone else, it's only in your head. Choose the positive one. You know, they're looking, yeah, they're checking me out. Why not? Who's to say you can't do that?
Me, I will never think they're checking me out.
One day. That's an identity thing. Because
I'm telling you, you look at someone and go, they're checking me out. Yeah, you must do that.
Yeah. I'm not thinking people are judging me in the gym. I'm not thinking people are looking at me in a weird way in the gym.
Well, they are. Start picking up on social cues. We're all giving you weird looks and you're not picking up on
Do
them.
we need to change sides on the sofa? Like, everyone's judging me in the gym.
No, I'm joking.
But like, but
it's a daunting place. Like, back to the like seriousness. It's a daunting place to think that people are looking at you and like being self-conscious and doing it anyway.
Yeah.
So the first step in the gym, your very first day, like everyone's had a first day in the gym.
Yeah.
You think everyone's looking at you. You're a newbie. You don't know what you're doing. Like, you do things wrong.
What was do you remember your first step in a gym? In a public gym? I remember mine.
Do you?
I remember walking in,
school, it was
big
just
guy at the desk.
PE and stuff.
Kind of just a bit weird talking to him, and then going in, and I'd already been training at Coombe Dean, so I knew that gym because that was my school gym.
Yeah.
But as soon as I went to a public gym, usually I'd go straight to the weights area. I remember going to this public gym and looking around, it was all new. I could see the weights area, but there's people over there. I just went and sat on the bike. I was just like, right, I just need to get used to this environment first, because like it's a bit different.
Same for me. I went for cardio because I know how the treadmill works. I know how a bike works. I don't necessarily know all the techniques to use free weights on my own, unless I kind of look at the people on copy, which is I still do.
Yeah, but it's like once you're in there, it's like exposure therapy. It's like, okay, you've got to continue to progress it, like, you know, training, progressively overload it. So progressively overload your confidence in the gym. So it's like, all right, go in the gym, treadmill, sweet. Next time, use a different treadmill, because everyone has their favourite. Go use a different one. Then try a different cardio machine.
Why do we have our favourites?
Because you feel safe going there.
That was just
because
me.
like it's like your brain, when you go in there, it's, you know, the easy way to think about it is just like you're so used to saying taking X amount of steps forward and then right, I got to go
Yeah.
here, because you do it the same bit every single time.
So true.
Not saying you, but like people do
No,
do
it's
it.
so true. I still get annoyed like if someone's on my treadmill.
Yeah,
the one at the end.
because you don't have to think about it.
Yeah,
because
you
it
walk
allows
to it,
you
you
to
get on it, and I'm like, oh, someone else is on that one. I need to go another one.
You know when you're just driving to work and you like zone out and it's like, oh, I'm at work now.
Yeah.
It's like, it's that kind of thing. It's that kind of mindlessness. You don't have to think about it. You just do.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get you being conscious about everyone around you.
Again.
It's
Yeah,
the autopilot. So like you have some people who automatically come through those pods in the gym and they'll go right and they'll go to that first treadmill or go to whatever treadmill they're used to. Or they'll go left straight to the functional area and get a mat and sit in the corner. So it's like I think you should be conscious when you go into the gym. If it's an environment you're trying to make yourself more confident in, be conscious of going a different place each time. Right, I'm gonna use a different treadmill. I'm gonna walk in, look around. I'm gonna just take a different route around the gym.
I'm a bit better than I am now.
Because if you take a different route around the gym, it makes you mindful of it, and it makes you conscious of what you're doing. And it's like I'm actively, even if you want to walk to your treadmill, walk a different way. And you'll be surprised how much that will help with your confidence in the gym. And you know that.
And then I'm going to get weird looks like he just went the really long way to the treadmill.
There's a guy. There's
he would walk around that
there's
way.
People in the gym who will do their set and they'll do a lap of the gym to get steps in.
Yeah, I do see that quite.
But we're in there to work out. Why the fuck not?
Yeah, it's true.
You know, at least you're not. You know, no one's harming. If you're not harming yourself or anyone else, let people do what the fuck they want.
Yeah, I'm all about that. Yeah.
They can enjoy it. So like, go in the gym, and you know, exposure therapy is a thing. So like, the more you go in there, the more you get used to it. Make sure you try new things. Make sure you go to different areas of the gym. You're paying for it all. You may as well use it. There may be some bits of equipment you don't like, but you'll find those out, and you don't have to go back there again. But at least you can say you tried it.
I think I can confidently say I've tried everything in the gym.
Yeah.
And now I know what I don't like and what I do like.
Yeah, but then we've got to get you confident with like doing it all by yourself.
Again, another reason why I have you, because you make me do things that I would never do walking in on my own. Like when you start off, you do things that you enjoy.
Yeah.
Like you said, that things that make you happy, and that helps you go again. So you kind of push me to ski machine. Would never ever do the ski machine.
We need more ski machines. I love them.
What else? I have fallen in love with this sled push. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I used to dread it.
Would you look at it?
Rowing machine never ever gets my attention ever.
Next week, or the week after. Sorry, the week after when I'm back.
But yeah, you make me do things that push me out of my comfort zone.
So,
but are good for me.
When you're in the gym, and you think people are looking at you, what are you thinking? Let's say you run on the treadmill, something like that. Why do you think people are looking at you?
Oh, treadmill's massive for me. It's really embarrassing, but I think I have like a gay walk or like a gay run.
Yeah.
So I have to mentally change the way I run, or no, it's like 100% serious.
Really?
Yeah. I don't want people to think like I'm running camp, so you have to change up the way that you run.
But you're openly gay.
Yeah, I am.
So what's wrong with having a gay walk? What's wrong with? I mean, there's not that. I mean,
because being gay and being effeminate is two different things.
Okay.
In the gay community, being gay is accepted. Being effeminate is not.
Okay.
Or like being camp is not.
Okay.
So I don't want to be like.
So the way you're kind of moving your body as well is something you're being conscious of as well as the way your body looks.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
So it's always on my mind in a treadmill, always.
Just think of it as running form for efficiency.
Exactly.
That's what you should be thinking of it. That. But are you getting better at that?
No, this is the first time I said it out loud, I think. So I need to like now process it.
You're running.
No, I've said it.
Is that just one of those things?
No, one that I'm taking notice of, that I'm changing it.
Yeah.
I'm actively changing it. Like I'm not just naturally walking on the treadmill.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't be camp, don't be gay, don't.
Do you want to have
like,
those thoughts?
Don't sass. Do you know what I mean? Like mince.
Yeah.
Because you stick out like a sore thumb, and people will look at you.
Do you?
Maybe they wouldn't,
how
but
do you want to walk, Ashley?
I don't want to think about how I walk.
Okay, then well, don't.
Do you know what I mean?
As long as you have a efficient and safe walking form, then what's wrong with it?
That's what I mean. But I'm glad you said that, because walking camp on the street is not safe.
I'm on about safe biomechanically, not safe
No,
from
I know.
danger.
No, but now you
And
said the word safe, it makes me think, okay, why do I change the way I walk? Sometimes, walking down Union Street, midnight, whatever, like, drunk, walking home from the club.
Yeah.
I haven't done that in, like, donkeys. Walking that way will get you targeted.
Yeah.
So you physically have to change the way you walk.
From some awful people.
Yeah. But it's real life.
Mm. Yeah. So that's the
I've
judgment.
Yeah, I've been through it
feel.
before. Yeah. Everyone's been through, like, homophobia if they're gay, from shock, straight white men that over entitled.
Yeah. No. Stupid, uneducated, uninformed. Well, however way someone describes people, just
ignorant,
idiots,
bigots,
ignorance, people out there.
Yeah.
So.
I told you I got spat at by a homeless person.
Yeah. Was that on Union
Like,
Street?
being called the F slur and that.
What's that like?
Horrible. So, first of all, you're just walking to the freaking shop. You're not even thinking, like, that I am being gay right now, or I'm representing femininity. But they can tell what you're into, who you love, by the way that you're walking. And they feel entitled enough to shout at you in front. Like,
yeah. It's pretty awful because you're just.
I've had it a few times from, like, moving cars.
You're just being yourself, aren't you? So it's pretty.
I've never held hands in public with a man, that kind of thing.
No.
I know this is, like, not fitness or body or whatever, but it's part of, again, why I changed the way I walk on treadmills, which is fitness related. So yeah, just being judged from society.
Yeah.
As a gay person, where you probably never ever had to think about the way you're walking.
No.
Maybe to appear more. Let's be real. Like, do you have to sometimes, pigeon chest your walking into a locker room, walking into a gym? You want to be a bit more masculine. Like, let's be vulnerable here. Don't leave me hanging, please.
I am generally thinking.
Do you know what I mean? Do you sometimes have to go?
I think
like,
the one thing I think guys do, and you do notice it with straight men, is the voice.
Yeah.
And
not just straight.
It's so unconscious that it happens, but like I'm not. I don't put myself in environments like that. No, but it's not something I naturally do. But it's like sometimes, like, let's just say you're going to speak to new people in maybe a new environment, and it's all men or something like that, and maybe it's bigger guys or something, and you have a conversation, and then I'll think to myself, was I speaking deeper then? Like, was my voice deeper then?
Yeah.
Like, some things just unconsciously kind of come in, like how you change your behaviour, to maybe be cooler and stuff like that.
Yeah. But to be socially accepted.
Yeah, but
I think that's what I'm kind of trying to step away from, is being, socially accepted, and who cares what people think.
No, I don't care what people think, to be honest. I think you just be
yourself. I think it's natural that everyone does care what people think.
I do.
It's natural human behaviour to want to fit it, that kind of thing.
So I don't want, to the people I love and care about, obviously my goal and intention is obviously, don't want to piss them off, and that, but I think when you find your crowd,
you don't want random people to think you're weird. Like, you dress a certain way, you cut your hair a certain way, like, to fit in with society.
I guess I do.
I think everyone does it subconsciously.
I think it's just like it's just a thing.
But maybe with the gay community, it's not subconscious. It's something you actively have to do. Whereas not you personally, someone that isn't part of that kind of community.
Yeah. Okay, so what else do you have to do?
Get you thinking, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to think, like, how I...
Yeah, so the way I walk, the way I dress, the way I sound. Don't move your hands too much when you talk. So,
is that gay?
Yeah, it's flamboyant, isn't it?
Is it?
People don't do that, yeah.
I think a lot of people, you find some people who use their hands and they're gesturous a lot.
French or Italian, maybe.
Doing that. So what about the voice?
Yeah, not as high pitched.
But you've always sounded like this. Did your voice naturally go higher?
To you, probably, because again, I want to be accepted by you because you're a straight white male. No offense. Probably. Whoa, this is getting...
Probably.
Yeah.
But how does your voice... What's your voice naturally go?
I think this is it.
Yeah, you've always just sounded like that to me.
Yeah.
So then what else about the body? Because obviously we're speaking about a lot of it being superficial. I know we're trying to step away from that. But what do you think about the body image that you try and like present? The pressure's there.
Yeah, the pressure of reaching this unrealistic body type.
Of tiny waist. Abs.
Big ass.
Jawline. Big ass.
Yeah.
Pretty much looking like a Ken doll.
Yeah. And it came up on my Facebook memories actually, that I shared something, like a Calvin Klein campaign that said it's just as hard to be Ken than it is to be Barbie. Like we put a lot of pressure on women to look a certain way, and that kind of has got a lot of media attention in like kind of recent years. But we're now kind of starting to look at the expectations on men a little bit more.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, the Love Islanders are not the standard to be reaching. It's not, like you said, you talk about your own journey, it's not sustainable. Yeah, but it's still something that I think about.
Yeah, I think we all naturally have a certain way we want to look. But obviously...
But it's how much it affects you.
Yeah. Like, I've been there before where I've been leaner than this and not wanted to take my top off. Or you maybe second guess it because of the position, the situation I was in. Like when I did my bodybuilding show, for example, I got 6%. All my photos and that, I was like lean. Don't recommend 6%. It's horrible. I much prefer the way I am now. Much prefer.
I was 8 at one point, but I still didn't know about percent.
It's you've got muscle mass there. That's the thing. That's the thing around it.
Once.
But getting lean, and then I didn't want to take my top off for post photos when I started gaining weight again, because I'd post old photos. I post old photos of the prep days, and it takes a little bit because then your vascularity starts going, your abs start going, and you're there thinking, oh, I got such this rush and these likes and everything like that from all like the lean photos, the lean days that I was posting.
Yeah, the external validation from people is that is the body type that is the goal.
I'd say then the big thing that's changed in me to allow me to just be comfortable how I am is I have stopped caring about that external validation. I just need, the only people I care about who think about who I am is Lauren.
Is Lauren, yeah.
Family,
Shout out to Lauren.
Yeah, but like, I don't need random people to tell me something, about myself. I'm sure and confident in myself, and I think that's allowed me to kind of step away from the pressures, because I was there. Like it would be to hit a scale weight, to post a certain photo. I don't post topless photos. I do transformation photos. I'll happily post a photo of me looking fluffier, and be like, this is okay. I'm my goals aren't all aesthetic based. I'm trying to develop other areas of myself. It doesn't make a difference to what other people to think of it, because it doesn't affect my ability to perform, run a business, have friendships, communicate. Like, I used to think it'd be like the be all and end all. I need those abs. I need the six pack. I need the veins.
Because what would happen if you didn't have them?
Well, I don't have an abs right now. I have a 1-pack.
I'm sure you have abs right now.
I don't have abs actually. Like, yeah, you get maybe a good downlight in the first thing in the morning. Yeah, but I don't have visual abs, but it makes no difference to me. I still confidently get naked. Whatever. I still take my top off. I post a photo. It doesn't like that. It's like it makes no difference to me. And I think I
can say you're still confident enough to post a speedo pic. Like
but it's not caring about that external. I don't need external validation and not caring about external judgment, because a lot of it probably comes from your own thoughts about how it is. So I remember when I started gaining weight from prep, I'd look at it and be like, I'm getting fatter. Okay. So then it'd be like, I think other people would look at me and be like, he's getting fatter.
So gym lingo, prep is preparing for the stage.
Just the prep is just getting lean.
Getting lean,
the cutting phase, when I was my leanest.
In the gay world, prep is a totally different thing.
Yes, I do know.
Do you
that.
know what prep is?
yeah, it's the prep drug, isn't it?
Yeah.
For
HIV, yeah.
Yeah, and so it would be So then I'd think, all right, other people are going to think I'm fatter now. But then when I just started thinking, I don't think these things about other people, so why are they going to be thinking these things of me?
You're always meaner to yourself.
Yeah. So I think when I managed to flick that switch and be like, yeah, I don't have these random mean thoughts.
That was a switch
about
for me
others.
actually as well.
So why would they be doing it of me?
Yeah. Like I would never let someone else say that about me. So why am I saying it about myself?
Yeah.
Like, you're fat, you're ugly, you're useless, whatever. Like if someone said that to me, that would be really mean and really hurtful and really rude. And all my friends would be upset by it. But if I'm saying it to myself, somehow it's acceptable. When it's not.
Yeah, and then I just think even if there are people who've taken their time out of their day to be like, oh yeah, he's fat, he's ugly, whatever it is. And I was like, I'm sure enough.
Sometimes it's not like hate comments, it's not things like that. Sometimes it's, again, being single, this is being really vulnerable. Like approaching, saying hi to someone and it's being like, sorry, not my type, too fat. Like, there's a stigma in like the gay community where people's profile generally say no fat femmes or Asians, and that's generally on their profiles like things that, like I'm not into fat, I'm not into femme.
And so then
so it's that kind of, so it's not even people actively being mean to you.
No, you're just seeing their preferences.
It's that, but it's everyone's preferences.
You're just seeing the preferences and you're like...
Okay, so your mind makes that decision for itself and go, okay, that's the standard. Okay, that's the minimum. Because everyone else is saying, this is what I'll accept from you. And you're not that. So, you're not worth my time. I can't be friends with you. I don't want to be in a relationship with you, whatever. I'm a nice person. I like to think I'm a nice person. But people see the exterior.
Yes. But I mean, like Tinder. I remember single days, you swipe through your Tinder, everything's superficial. You're looking at like, right, their looks. That's literally what you're going off at the start, and maybe a bit on their bio, but it's made to
it's looks,
look.
Yeah,
it's looks.
Which is really horrible. Yeah.
But it's
the first attraction's got to be there.
The first attraction is always going to be there. So you've just got to understand, like, if someone doesn't find me attractive, I'm just not their type. It's just not anything they need to change about me. For to suit them.
Yeah.
If you've been with someone for a while and then they've gradually found you less attractive, okay, maybe someone has let themselves slip. Okay, maybe standards have gone down. But if it's someone that you've never met before and there is the instinct is that you don't find attractive, that's not, you shouldn't put that on yourself. That's just I'm just not their type. Okay, cool. Or if they find you attractive and then they don't like your personality, my personality is not their type. I'm too funny. But like so I think it's continuing to remind yourself of those things. It's like, okay, someone's bio says, I'm not into this. That's not my fault that they're not into this. I'm just not their type. Move on to the next thing, because you shouldn't do it to validate.
But that's the
others.
pattern that you start to see is okay. I'm not their type. Move on. I'm not their type. Like everyone kind of has the same really strict standards, and that's what you kind of have to...
Okay, but do you even find yourself wanting to be around people that are like, I only go for X,
again,
Y, and Z?
that's validation of love me, love me, love me. So that's why you kind of end up changing your body and changing your hair or whatever and changing your walk again for the external validation, which we shouldn't be chasing. We should be looking for internal happiness and validation.
Yeah,
so that's my...
Yeah.
Where I am now is chasing that.
Yeah, I'd say like you come away from that as much as needed. Like I speak to clients who are single, men, women, something like that, different ages who are dating, and it's like you've got to go about it in like a healthy way if you're going to be using these apps, because they can really affect you mentally. I remember, in my last single period, deleting the apps because it was messing with me mentally. You'd see it as a game. You'd see it as a game, like, matches, likes, messages, meet up with people, get bodies, whatever it is.
Yeah,
and you
not
see
just on the bedpost.
You'd see it as like a game, and it's like it would make you.
But again, if you've got a topless pic on your profile, you're going to get more likes, you're going to get more swipes,
Yeah.
you're more desirable.
Yeah, so you kind of fit in the standards.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. Because I think it just ruins maybe your choice in people.
Ruins your confidence, ruins everything.
Your choice in people and stuff like that. I'd say to people, you got to go onto it with like clear intentions of what you're going to be doing. Like if you're going to use those apps, you got to understand most people are on there just to fucking shag.
Yeah.
Really. So it's like gay, straight, whatever you are. I think you have a clear intention and also understand the intentions of others. The majority of people are just there. It's superficial. It's how it's all designed for us to just go through it like that. Just it's not your fault. It's not their fault. It's how the system is designed in a sense to get people on.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
It is the game. It is the game. So it's like don't try and fit the game. You got to understand. People might meet someone nice through it, and you have a great time connection when you meet someone. But don't try and fit yourself into the game, because you'll lose yourself with it all. It's like you got to have that healthy relationship with it, and if it's something like the scales that doesn't give you a net positive from it, then some things like that probably got to go or be adjusted.
Scales are cancelled.
Scales are cancelled.
Been cancelled.
They
heard it here first.
Yes. I can keep that clipped. But it is a tough thing. Cause I know you talk about obviously I see a lot of similarities with what you say about in the gay communities being like all this pressure. I know there's like, different words, phrases that get thrown around. And from the gay men that I know it's a cutthroat community. And I think it's cutthroat because it's smaller and more close knit, people just know everyone's business, stuff like that, and it feels
everyone
like a harsh. Everyone knows everyone.
Yeah.
So it kind of can feel like that.
I mean, it's a very pessimistic way of looking at it, but like there are some people that don't fit that and are happy in the community. But again, you kind of have to fit into a certain group, body type of the gay people. Like there's different categories, which I'll give you a little pop quiz on.
Yeah,
does Tom know his terminology?
But then again,
so it's accepted to be a larger gay person as long as you're hairy and wear leather and those kind of things. So that's part of your identity.
Yeah.
And you kind of claim that as your tag. Oh, I'm this. I'm a bear. I'll give you one. Okay, that's one.
You told me that one the other day.
Yeah.
The bear. You can imagine what a bear is anyway. That's quite self-explanatory.
But again, what's a bear then?
Big, hairy, fat man.
Doesn't have to be big. Doesn't have to be fat.
Oh, just big and hairy, is it?
Hairy, yeah.
Big, hairy.
Yeah, usually older.
Gay bloke.
Yeah.
Older gay bloke.
Older hairy, yeah.
Older hairy gay bloke is a bear.
Yeah, don't have to be fat.
Doesn't have to be fat. Okay. Just bigger.
There's your first terminology.
But yeah, it's like you said Love Island a few times. It's like it's in all society populations. The standard to kind of look good. It's got to understand that like those ones that you get plastered around, those standards of constantly being leaner. The people that go on Love Island, all right, you're going to be on Love Island in 6 months. Okay, they know they're going to be TV. They're going to get in their best shape as possible, aren't they? Because that's how everyone should be. They're not like that. A transformation photo that I posted a client who's maybe done a photo shoot or is at their best, that might not be a sustainable best. And I'll say that to my client. I've got a few guys at the moment who want to get leaner, and I'll say to them, cool, we could get you to your leanest you've ever been. It's not going to be sustainable. Okay, we're going to get there as a challenge.
We'll get you there, yeah.
As a challenge, and then we'll sustain a bit above that. But you want to achieve that look for a short period of time, whether it's a photo shoot or a holiday or something like that. And we know that's not going to be sustainable long term, but because of your lifestyle factors. But we'll come just above it. You'll be leaner than you are now.
It's like just for fun sometimes.
It's a
we'll challenge ourselves to see if you can do
it. It's a discipline challenge.
Yeah.
And that's what ties into the confidence. And again, the people on Love Island, the people on social media. Social media is the worst because there's like photos edited, videos
really
edited,
the worst, yeah.
AI, everything like that. It's all color graded and distorted.
Like people don't realise that when you post a picture of yourself, they've taken 100 and they've chosen the best one.
Yeah.
And
they've edited it.
Yeah, they've edited the hell out of it.
You've got to look away from all that. So, when I post stuff, it's like...
Then that makes you feel like shit because you don't feel that way, or you don't look that way.
I'll film something so it's good quality, so it's not... doesn't look like a bloody potatoes filmed it. But when I post something, it's just like, it's real, it's raw, it's what it is. I don't like to fit into the standard of like everything's got to look absolutely perfect. Like you got it nowadays on social media. Everyone's like, it's got to be dark contrast video so it shows you, makes you look leaner and stuff like that. You know, black and white or whatever. Everyone's doing it because they want to look leaner. Yeah, it fits. It gets more engagement, likes on social media. You know, yeah, people may get more followers.
But it's not real life.
So like, yeah, stuff that I may post on social media may not get as much engagement and likes. But I don't care. I like posting.
You're keeping it real, man.
I keep it real, and it's like it is real. Like I'll post a photo of me in normal, natural lighting, no pump. This is what I look like. This is what I'm eating. You know, you get influencers who will share like a day in the life, and it's completely fake and fabricated, and that's not what they do. But all the stuff that I share of what I do, you come follow me around every single day if you want to. You'll see it's exactly the same. I don't like to fake it. It's just real what I'm doing. That meal I'm having then, I'll eat that meal. That's a normal meal. That's a normal meal for me. Yeah. If I'm gonna go out to eat, I'm not lying. There's not extra plates off to the side. That's what
you're
I'm
like
eating.
Transparent with it. Yeah.
If I'm putting sauce on something, I'm putting sauce on something. But there's generally people who are like, just I know people do that. I know people will like fabricate like a life. Oh look, my oat bowl's so perfect this morning. But fucking not. You don't make it like that every day. You make it so it looks good for Instagram. Food's a mess.
That used to be me, yeah.
But it's just like, yeah, it looks good for Instagram.
I used to post food as well, yeah. I used to post food on fitness.
Yeah, so it's not just like body image. People think, so
I used to do things like, I used to make a really healthy, like, spag bowl with veggies in it.
Yeah.
But on the side, the garlic bread was over there.
Yeah.
Out of the photo, and then I'd obviously put it on once the photo had been taken and once I posted it, and I'd still, like... Yeah. So it's not real life.
So you got to post it with the garlic bread on there now?
I don't post food anymore because I realised no one gives a shit.
You posted food in the group chat the other day, actually, didn't you?
I do like seeing what people have for tea.
Yeah.
It's one of my questions. I'm like, what are you having tea tonight?
Chicken rice.
What are you having tea tonight? Oh, I hate those gym guys.
What am I having? I'll probably have
rice,
steak.
chicken and broccoli. Like, I can never be that type of gym person.
Steak? I might get Thai food. I might get Mr. Wok later. Is that Mr. Wok?
I don't think I've had it.
Thai food. North Hill. Mr. Wok. Fantastic. I always order online and I leave a little comment saying love you. They never tell me back. But I do it every time. I'm consistent.
You will get
I consistently tell them. It's the same people in there. I consistently tell them that I love them. That's a complete tangent. But yeah, it's the pressures are everywhere, and it's. I don't think there's any like magic one skill to learn how to detach from it, but I think it's just learning and being yourself more, and being confident.
It's knowing
in
who you are to the core.
And that.
Once you know who you are, no one can shake that core.
Yeah.
But it's when you've got these doubts of, and imposter syndrome, like, massively, especially in the gym.
Yeah, imposter syndrome's a big one, but it's like just being sure of you're doing the things that you know you need to be doing for you, and
I know what I'm doing,
and no, you shouldn't let anyone else shake it. Whether it's gym,
my favourite saying,
whether it's in your relationships. Whether it's in work. I got a friend I was speaking to earlier who's feeling like he's younger and he's feeling like he's being talked to like a child in the industry that he's in. And it's like, you've just got to be confident and sure in what you're doing. You've been hired to do something and you've got a position there in a job role that pays well. Just stick to your guns and be confident because you're it's not Spencer. but that's like the same thing. And I've had other clients tell me about their job, and it's like, you're the one that's in that position. No one else is in that job role. You're in that job role.
I 100% have that in the future.
So it's like, just continue to be confident in what you're doing. You are the authority. Me as a personal trainer.
Yeah, you got hired for a reason.
I'm the authority as a personal trainer when I have a client. Like I
like to think you are.
I am. I like
to rebel every now and again.
That's fine, but like in terms of like knowledge and stuff like that, and like helping someone do something, like I know I'm confident in my abilities to do that. Don't get me wrong, I'm not in an egotistical way that I can't learn more. So I think you need to have a good balance of...
The balance of...
I am the authority. I am a authority in this space.
There's always room for improvement.
100%, because then you can continue to get better.
If you ever get to that I'm perfect, and you stop learning, that's just when it's over.
Yeah. And...
I always strive to be that. Like, I'm always going to be learning till the day I die.
So you saying stuff like this is like why I think you are like a better version of yourself this time round when you're trying to like work on yourself. Do you feel it?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Do you actually? You're just saying that for me.
No, yeah, it's weird to think.
Because like you this time coming around for PT, I know before you've reached out to me, but like you really reached out to me. Like again, like you were like, okay, I know it was over a few times and stuff like that, but like getting back to this, you know, it just seemed like it was just a bit more meaning behind it this time, of like wanting to like tackle it. I think I felt like I saw like a different Ashley.
Yeah, again, it was that drive of hitting rock bottom. It's like, I'm going to make these changes now. If this is going to be my life going forward. To put it straight, if I'm going to be alive, I want a life that I'm going to enjoy. To put it as blunt as I can. There was a time where I didn't want to be alive, so I'm like, right, okay, if I'm here, if I'm staying alive, then I'm going to change absolutely everything that I don't like.
Do you have any advice for people who are maybe currently at rock bottom?
So, I could not have done it without family and friends. My sister was absolutely amazing. My best friend was amazing. Like, was there for me. Talking is the biggest antidote for me. Was lifting that weight off your shoulders and kind of... A problem shared is a problem halved, is whatever the saying is. Did I get it right?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, a problem shared is a problem halved. And
yeah.
it was really true for me. Getting an outside perspective was, yeah. Without getting too emotional, but yeah, friends and family kind of...
Having that support there.
Yeah, really kind of pulled me through.
I think a lot of people are afraid to share because they think when they share that burden, the person they're telling is instantly going to feel as they are, but it's not.
But you get to a point where you think, if I don't, I will be...
Yeah, not here.
I will cease to exist.
So it's important to share. Friends, family, colleagues, personal trainer.
Yeah,
just communicate.
Yeah, which is why, you know, I've liked what you and Spence have spoken about before, like men's mental health, and men need to speak out more.
It's a big
on
thing.
mental health. Men stay silent because, again, we're meant to be this strong, macho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Macho man.
But we're taught that from a young age. So, big boys don't cry. Saying, like, man up. You know, it's my pet hate. Like, when you deep it, what does that mean? Like, what do you mean, man up?
Mate, a lot of these things are just thrown around. It's like blasé. It's like...
That's what I mean. People use it and don't realise what it means. So, what does man up mean to you? Let's swap side of the sofa again.
What does man up mean to me if someone says
man up, Tom?
Up? Do you want to know what? Oh, can I? Spencer actually messaged me the other day. I still haven't asked him why. He randomly messaged me last Friday evening saying, "What does it?" I think I can. I need to get the message up. This shouldn't stop the camera. Right, I can get it. It didn't stop the camera. Right. He messaged me. What does it mean to be a man?
Ooh.
Don't know why.
Philosopher.
I need to ask him.
Spencer over here.
Okay. So yeah, I have a loaded question for you. What do you consider as a man? He went like looks, personality, manners, etc. So I wrote this down. So this is what I said. Looks after themselves physically and mentally, prioritizing time for themselves in both these areas, like in physical and mentally. Confident in who they are, but also the ability to be vulnerable when needed. In tune with emotions, able to communicate to all without needing to talk down to people.
Yes.
Also someone who prides themselves on supporting others where they can. That's my answer. That's what I wrote. That's my genuine reply.
Yeah, you probably did.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to get rid of the camera and stuff like that. It's my genuine reply. Let's start that back there. That should connect to the camera. And we are all still recording. Perfect. That's okay. That's what I would think as...
So, yeah, when I really think about the term man up, like, I've had things like, don't be soft, don't be wet. So, don't show your emotions. If you're saying man up, what are you asking them to do? Be stronger.
I think context is
Don't be
important.
as weak. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I think there's better things to say than man up. I think obviously
110% there is.
It definitely. I think obviously you would need to know the context of it, you know, of why that person's saying that.
I'm sat here crying because someone broke up with me. A girl broke my heart. Whatever.
Yeah. So man up.
And someone was like, "Oh, man up."
Yeah, man up.
Wet white.
I'd be like, Ashley, remember you're gay.
I've heard that.
Why
before.
is this girl breaking your heart?
Trying to be relatable to you, Tom.
But no, yes, yeah. So I know it's.
Oh, don't be a wet white. Like, What do you mean? Don't show
I
my
think
emotions.
people
Don't
say
be
those
vulnerable.
kind of things when they don't know how to communicate, when they don't know what to say. People say that as just like put a plaster over it, rather than talking to someone about actually fixing an issue and helping someone through an issue.
Yeah, it's a band-aid. But yeah.
Is a band-aid statement, and it's more so like they're shrugging it off. They don't want to deal with it. Like, hopefully I can say something that just like sorts it out. I'll be honest, I've said that to people so many times, not in recent years, not in recent years, but I have been, that person.
But what does that mean to be a man? Like, don't show your emotions, don't talk about things.
I think, I communicate
don't show
to
weakness
my
or
friends.
vulnerability and that kind of stuff.
Lauren, I know when I need. I know I don't speak to everyone about things because I don't need to. I know who I need to talk to about certain things, and I'll get the responses that I
Just
need.
getting them out, yeah.
Getting them out.
Sometimes you don't even want people to reply.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Sometimes people reply giving you advice or a solution when really it's like, can you just listen for a minute? I don't want you to say, oh, we'll do this. Like, don't be silly, go for a walk or whatever. You just want someone to listen and kind of get it off your chest.
Yeah, I'll get that vibe. If I get that vibe off someone, I'll be like, do you need me to listen or do you need me to advise right now?
That's a perfect question to ask someone that's struggling.
Yeah. And if they don't
what do you want from what do you want from me?
Yeah.
Like, do you want my help or do you want me to listen?
Yeah. And if they don't know what they need, I'll let them tell me it, and then I'd be like, what would you say to yourself? And then I'm not even doing anything. They're advising themselves.
Reverse psychology.
Yeah. Or just like let them do it. Or like, what would you say to me if I just?
You've said that to me before.
What would you say to me if I just said that?
If your friend said to you, "Oh, I want to lose weight," what advice would you give them?
Yeah.
Like, take your own advice then.
Yeah. For someone who doesn't know how to sort it out, 100%. If there's someone who's like second guessing themselves a lot, I'd be like, okay, imagine your friend came to you and said those things. What would you say to them? And then like, they'll spit a load of stuff out. I'll be like, okay, now do that.
That's what's annoying. Yeah, I know what to do. I just need to do it.
Having those continual reminders that are there, because like at the start of these things, there can be so many things that distract you and pull you away, and so many hurdles that feel like you're not going to do that. Because at the moment, you've got to get the wheel spinning in the right direction, but there's a lot of things that kind of spin it backwards for you. And so you've just got to, when those hurdles come in, you've got to bring it back in and remind yourself of what you're trying to do, what you need to do, and as long as you just stick to it, you'll get there. But it takes like constant reminder.
That's why the number's good, because you're something to head towards. Where if it's just a lifestyle of being healthy, there's no like motivation to go, come on, need to lose weight for a holiday or need to lose weight for a wedding, whatever. When it's just a general lifestyle thing, it's harder to go, what am I doing it for?
Yeah. I think that's when you're like having those ongoing goals and stuff like that, and also realizing the long-term benefits of like why you do these things. Continue to move, feel better, have good ongoing
healthy,
relationships, healthier. Keep this confidence not just for now but for ongoing. Keep this health not just for now but for ongoing. Keep this performance not just for now but for ongoing. It's like once you kind of get it, it's like, okay, this makes me feel good, makes me feel great, I can keep it. I do not want to go backwards to that pain and dip that I was in. Boom. Let's keep pushing forward with it.
Yeah, I think that's what was so good about. I can't even believe I've been saying it. So good about hitting rock bottom is I can now compare every good day to my worst day, so I can kind of go, I don't want that day back, so let's put the work in to correct things.
Yeah, I think people get motivated differently. Like I look at like you got your heaven and hell in a sense. Some people really want a lovely situation and scenario to work towards. And some people need something to run from. Some people need a bit of both. And I think it depends on what motivates you.
Whoa. So I'm running from the devil or hell rather than a goal.
Well, it depends. Like some people need the fire.
Yeah, I know what I don't
the
want.
Heaven and hell. So it's like you've experienced the shit. Okay. Or if I said, all right, Ashley, I want you to do everything in your power to get yourself back to that scenario. You wouldn't do it, would you?
What? No.
No, you wouldn't want to do it because you know it sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, so you would do everything in your power to stay away from that scenario.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing now.
So that's like
everything in my power,
which is fine.
Because I know how unhappy I was and how much I hated myself and my life and my body. And everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong. So I think I'm that one. I'm running away from what I don't want rather than running towards a goal.
And I think that's a fine place to be in. I'd also think
I don't think it's permanent. I don't think for now.
Some people it might be. I think along the way you'll get better and you'll look at the good things that come from it. You look at more of the heaven, and it's like, oh yeah, wow, okay, you realise that more. But for now, if you're in a situation where the fire under your ass is more helpful,
yeah,
maybe because you feel closer.
I think right now my goal is too far away that it's daunting. I've got further to go than what I've covered.
It'd be like a magnet. Like this
so
is
it's easier to run from what I don't want.
As you get closer to it, that will become.
I'll start
more
running
motivated.
towards the. I don't want to say heaven and hell anymore. The goal.
Yeah. Do you not like the term heaven and hell?
No, not religious passion.
I mean, I'm not using it in a religious standpoint. I'm just saying fire under your ass and the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Yeah, I was going to say that as well, yeah.
But like, yeah, it's people, pain and
the closer I get
happiness
to the pot of gold, the more determined I'll be. But I'm very far away from where I want to be.
Yeah.
So right now I've got to
just remind yourself of the pain you're in then.
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
Remind yourself of the pain. And relate that to all the other areas where you second guess yourself. It's like that old version of Ashley was doing this and that led to the pain. Okay, I need to snap yourself out of it. You need to catch yourself.
I haven't separated the two yet.
Yeah?
I don't think old Ashley and new... I'm still the old Ash, like...
There's always going to be that bit of you there.
No.
So
I'm a completely different person now to who I was a year ago. But I still think of myself as not the new person yet. Like, I'm not there yet.
I think, let's say you
I'm
use
still
the
the
example
caterpillar and not the butterfly.
Someone who's had an eating disorder, okay, eating disorder around weight, whether it's gain weight or lose weight, okay, I think that aspect is always there for people. I mean, I witnessed it firsthand. Me and Spencer were speaking about this the other day. That is there firsthand. It just gets smaller and smaller, and you become better. Sometimes there might be like bits of like jumping up a little bit, but
it's always gonna be there in your back a little bit. Like,
I think
a little reminder.
All of your types of personalities and stuff like that. Your characters you've played along the years, each person that you've done. I think there's always aspects of that person there. Like, I've had bits in my life where I've treated people horribly. And that version of me...
Thomas!
That version of me has got smaller and smaller. Okay?
Good.
Yeah.
Because men that do that have this size.
It got smaller and smaller. And it's like, again, that gradually got smaller and smaller over time. There have been periods where like you got rid of it. There's periods where it came back, stuff like that. But it's like, that version's smaller and smaller. I don't think those things ever truly go, as much as that may not sound good to say.
But like, be a little bit of an arsehole.
But you get better at like, more self-aware of how to treat people, how to treat yourself, of what is good for you physically, mentally, and for the people around you. So anyways, these conversations have been fun and challenging, and Ashley now is going to challenge me as the what are we going to call you? you as the gay, as
the token gay.
The token gay. You know what? When I did the Marine Reserves when I was 17, this is not that it was an experience of any form of racism because I thought it was funny. I was the most tanned. I was the most melanined in my troop. I was called Token. And for maybe about a year, I was Token until the sergeant majors caught on to it. I was like, you can't be calling them Token, because one day I might come back and be like, that's racist, and then that's people in trouble. But yes, as the gay, so I've enjoyed this conversation though. Before we get into this, I've enjoyed this. Like, it's obviously a lot about you in terms of what you're trying to do.
It's all about me.
This is about you. This is about what you're trying to do with your health and fitness. But it is challenging concepts in terms of, it's still stuff that I feel we all naturally deal with in terms of our bodies and our minds and thinking about what others think, trying to fit in.
Stigmas and... Yeah.
It is a big thing that, again, what we were just touching on, that little bit of you that may always be there, whether it's, that small little bit of uncertainty, someone who's got some trauma from the past, some disbelief in themselves, the disorder or something, whatever you want to label it.
I always think of it as, you said heaven and hell, but I always think of it as the angel and devil. Like, the angels going, like, go to the gym, go to the, and then, you've got the devil going, like you're useless, you're worthless, you're fat, you're that kind of thing. Like
some bits the devil's making
you'll never
more
be anybody
noise.
more important, and
Yeah.
it's who you choose to listen to.
Yeah.
And you just have to remember, you know, I hear you, devil. Like I hear you, but go away.
Yeah.
Like I'm concentrating on the positives of.
Kind of like the dials, you know, crank some more up.
All these metaphors.
Yeah, we love metaphors.
We love a metaphor.
That's
on
the thing.
this
That's the
podcast.
thing. Yeah, so
We
it's
love
good.
a cheesy line.
It is. So, sorry, Lauren, I can't answer the phone right now. Right, so challenging. We've had challenging conversations, and now Ashley's going to challenge me to. Is it a gay quiz?
It's a gay slang quiz.
A gay slang quiz.
So we've mentioned things like gay body types. We've mentioned bears, and we've mentioned things like prep. So you're getting to learn the gay lingo.
I've been fortunate enough, Exhibit A,
of an ally
to have fantastic gay clients that are very just people at the end of the day. I mean, I don't see it any different ways, but we have these conversations. I learn these things. I've had gay clients, lesbian clients.
We have some more
transgender clients,
non-binary
clients, and straight clients.
Don't forget the heterosexuals.
Yes, heterosexuals.
Big up the straight.
But I'm not a judgmental person in any way, really. Like, just see people for who they are when I have a conversation with them. I talk to them. See people based on action. See people based on personality, what they are. Like,
that all sounds good, Tom.
Yeah.
But if you're going to be a true ally, you need to know what these things
I need to know these things.
So we're going to challenge you.
So yeah, go for it. Go for it. What have we got?
Number 1.
Yeah.
What does spill the tea mean?
Spill the tea. Is this isn't going to be a sexual thing?
No,
it's not
none of the sexual.
This is not a sexual thing.
If it's sexual, I'll skip it.
No, that's fine. You do it. Yeah, this is just going to be like a gossip. Give me the info. Tell me.
Yeah, close.
This is a gossip one.
Yeah,
like,
really close.
Give me the drama or something like that.
Yeah. So if it's like really hot tea,
yeah,
it's like really hot gossip.
Okay.
But also tea is like, tell me the truth, spill the tea.
Okay.
Like, tell me what's going on.
What about green tea? Where would that be at?
It is a picture of green tea.
Is it?
Funny enough, yeah, it is a picture of green tea. For the health guys. So you got that one right.
Alright, we're on it.
Well done.
1 for 1. Ding, ding, ding.
Number 2, what is gaydar?
Gaydar, easy. It's your little beacon that you've got, and you can tell.
It's on top of your head.
It's like ding, 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 no, and you can
like a Teletubby.
you don't know if someone's gay, but it's like your spider senses, and you can just tell. There's a bit about you that's like thinking, are they gay?
Intuition.
It's like intuition with it.
Yeah. We had this conversation earlier.
And I think
whether gaydar is a thing or not. Like, can you tell unless they tell you?
I think
you can have an inkling, but you'll never really know.
You never really know until someone tells
unless
you. Because someone could just have certain traits about them that maybe is more stereotypically gay.
Yeah.
But they're not. So yeah, it's your intuition.
I had a camp teacher that did horse riding but had a wife and kids, and it was so confusing to me because I'm like,
could be, yeah.
And a straight hairdresser, but more like,
yeah, but it's more so things that fit
wore vest and had a wife and kids.
Stereotype, isn't it? Like the stereotypical gay, but then you get,
so a gaydar, you're perceiving someone or prejudging them as having a sexuality that you don't know anything about.
Yeah, but I know people that are gay that are straighter than me. They act straighter than me.
I mean, you see people like Elton John, and you're going to go, gay!
Yeah.
And without them having to tell you. But, yeah. Number 3. Are we 2 for 2, right? Yeah.
2? Yeah, we'll take that.
Okay, why not?
I know gaydar is.
If you get this one, I'll be very surprised. What is reading?
Reading. Apart from something I'm not very good at, reading is it to do with someone's body language and maybe them like kind of suggesting something to you? Am I on the right line?
You were getting there.
Is it a body language thing?
I'm not going to give you that one.
No.
So, reading is, so you might have heard the term like read to filth.
Okay.
So someone's like saying something like mean to you, like a dig at you.
Yeah.
Or like about your clothes, about your hair, but it's like a sly dig.
So sorry, reading. So if someone's digging, if someone's...
Is that like reading you to filth? They're like...
So they're being mean to me?
Yeah.
It's a reading?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like in a way that's like sassy, but like above your head. Kind
Okay.
Of, yeah.
Okay, so we'd use that terminology to someone we don't like. Or doesn't like me.
It can be fun. Yeah, you can. You know, in
Can you
the
use
world
it
of
in a sense-
RuPaul Drag Race,
Okay.
there's a saying like reading is fundamental. Like so, it's making jokes about somebody.
Okay. All right. Got you. Reading. Got you.
Like you're being mean. It's like a mean joke about someone.
All right. A mean
like-
joke.
Maybe in the comments you can.
So like
you can read Tom to filth.
So like yeah, like a roast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
Love that. I don't know what that question means, so I'm going to skip that one. What does it mean when someone's eggs cracks? I'm
When someone eggs cracks.
yeah, I'm going to skip that one because
No.
I'm. Who is a queen?
Oh. Apart from you.
I was thinking, if this motherfucker doesn't say me,
Yeah. Oh, I mean, a queen.
like someone camp, or
Just
is it
just a.
like a drag queen?
Is that what it is? Someone acting camp, or drag queen, or just a top quality gay.
Or yeah, why not? Just
Some prime rib gay.
wow. Next one.
Go on then.
What does slay mean?
Slay. I know how to use it in a sentence. I reckon.
Like Ashley slayed hard. Alright.
Actually.
He slayed that outfit.
Yeah, like he worked it. He killed it. He owned it.
Not you saying work. Yeah, that's another
He
gay
owned
one.
it. Like slay.
Work,
it's just
bitch.
like yeah,
Yeah.
everything.
Slayed.
Like go and kill it. You gay.
That one to you. The next one, I don't think you won't get. What does fishy mean?
Fishy. Again, none of these are
She
sexual.
was serving fish.
She was. Is this using a sentence?
Yeah, this is a
Fish. And it's not. None of these are sexual.
no.
So serving some fish. Serving up
What does fishy
fish.
mean?
Fishy. Fish.
And no, it's not a rude
Lion.
smell.
Is it
No.
to do lion? Is it to do fish?
No.
Is it awful outfit? Awful dress sense.
No, opposite.
Good dress sense.
So she looks like a real woman. She's fishy.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah. So if a drag queen
Yeah.
looks like a biological woman,
Okay.
she's serving fish.
Wow. Okay.
Easy one. Roll my eyes. What is a bear?
There's a bear. You told me that one. Okay. It's a doesn't need to be fat, but it's a big, hairy gay.
Are you meaning big as in tall? 'Cause you're saying not fat, but you're saying big. I'm like, what does
Big,
that mean?
like maybe big.
Just
Jack.
hairy. I
Mostly
think.
big, and you said big and hairy.
Yeah, Jack.
Hairy?
Yeah,
You're quite hairy.
just hairy. I'm not a bear though. Yeah.
You're not a bear.
I'm
So
not.
how much hairier would you have to be to be a bear?
My legs are hairy, but my chest and
Your arms quite hairy.
nowhere else is. Keeping it PG. It's like an aesthetic, the daddy vibe that you kind of get.
Okay.
The leather
Like
daddy
a
vibe.
like a biker looking. It's more of a look than
It's
a
more.
bear.
Yeah.
Give us two more.
What is a twink?
Oh, a small, feminine-looking boy.
Oh, you're
Young.
going to be so close then. I don't know if the public would agree that they have to be feminine.
All right, a
Um,
small,
kind of
young-looking boy.
Yeah. Small, young, skinny, cute looking.
Put him in the palm of your hands. Put him in your pocket.
Oh, but there's two. Right, okay.
Did I get that one though? Was that a half point?
Yeah, you can have that one. Yeah.
I've lost track of how many points.
I'll
I've
let
got,
you,
so-
yeah, I'm not keeping count.
Go on,
We can rewatch it
one more, go.
What is shade?
Shade. You cast shade on someone. Is that the way to use
Throw
it?
shade.
You throw shade. You throw shade.
Oh, shit.
You cast a shade. You throw shade
Just like-
because you don't like them, or you want to that you're chatting some shit on someone. Throw some shade.
Yeah, so it's like a sly dig. So it's like reading,
Yeah.
but it's probably over their head. Like you're being shady.
Okay. A bit condescending.
So like Britney talking about Katy Perry said,
Bitch.
like, I don't rely on tits to get my hits.
Shade.
So it's
Shade.
like a sly dig, but like that's
Should I get that in
like
neon?
over their
Yeah.
head.
I didn't. What did she say? I didn't. I don't need.
I don't use tits to get my hits.
I use tits to get my hits.
That's like a shady.
Oh, get me
like
that. Get me that on a t-shirt. Get me that on a t-shirt.
Got it.
Right, my man. This has been fun. Some challenging conversations. Some thought-provoking things.
Yeah, but we can end it on a light note.
And then on a light note, what are some things to look forward to?
Deep.
What are some things to look forward to in life?
In life, I'm in such a better place now with kind of job and looking to buy a house. So, yeah, I used to see the world in a dark cloud used to follow me around, and everything was rubbish and everything was horrible. But I'm kind of getting past that, and it helps that it's sunny outside. But
yes, summer is approaching.
Yeah, but job's getting better, like life's getting better. I'm back on exercise. Overall, just a happier person. I'm happier being single. Like before, I should think
Working
of
on
it as
yourself.
like a negative thing. Yeah, like being negative.
Yeah.
But
You find yourself, and I feel being single is powerful because you're in a position where you can work on yourself the most, and you can choose who comes in and you share your time with.
yeah,
And I think there's a lot to be said for that.
again, a journey of like self-discovery. Like I didn't know who I was before I was in a long-term relationship, like 10 years. So I didn't know how to be single. I didn't know how to be on my own. So it's kind of learning and adapting to who am I now, which is
Whilst being the truest version of yourself.
Yeah, but
And not giving a fuck what other people say.
in my early 30s,
Yeah.
is wild. I always thought, by the time you're this age, life's got to be sorted. You've got to be married with kids, in a job, and like nice car, and like life just isn't like that.
No, it's not. I know people in their 70s that are still looking around for other people.
Me.
No. But that's been good. It's been good to have you on.
Yeah, thanks for having me on,
It's been
man.
fun stuff. High five up top. Boom.